from? My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. Either from the SWAC or the MEAC. Come on. The CIAA or the SEAC. HBCU is where to be. We compete, but we're family. Either from the SWAC, from the MEAC, the CIAA or the SEAC. Come on, y'all. HBCU is where to be. We compete, but we're still family. Hey. My HBCU better than yours. 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 Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better. You can be from the SWAC, from the MEAC, the CIAA, or the SEAC. At the end of the day, we got your back because we're family. We're family. From the SWAC, from the MEAC, the CIAA, or the SEAC. It don't matter where you're coming from, because we are still family. My HBCU better than yours. 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 Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? From the east. Where you from? My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. Come on. Come on. My HBC is better than yours. Hey, come on. My HBC is better than yours. We still family. Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? My HBC is better than yours. Hey, we compete, but we still family. Remember to rep your HBCU and say this real loud. My HBCU better than yours.
Hey everybody, what's really good? How are you today? I'm Anthony Brown. Welcome to the HBCU Alumni House Party. It's another great show. I am so glad that you all are here today. If you haven't already done so by now, hit that like button, hit that share button. Let somebody know that we are here. Look, we're not going to hold you long. We're not going to hold you long. We want to come in here, have a great time. You listen. We're going to hear, today we're talking about LeMoyne-Owen College and Virginia State University. Thank you so much for everything you did for us, for helping us raise money for Shaw University and for Virginia Union University last week. Look, we're already, in the month of February, we're already over $10,000 raised collectively since we started. Again, last year we did $138,000. I keep reminding you all what you helped me do last year. Can't do this by myself. I believe that we are stronger together when we are standing united. So come on and join us. You're part of this group, especially give me a shout out real quick to all of my HBCU alumni members who are in the HBCU Alumni United group. Hey, y'all, we are now over 85,000 members strong. Can you believe it seemed like it was just yesterday? It was like May 7, 2020. We had 5,000 people. Now we have 85,000 people and still growing. I got to say, we have to be one of the largest HBCU groups on Facebook, the largest community like that on Facebook right now. So shout out to you all. Anybody else who's watching across our Facebook pages or on our YouTube page, don't forget to shout out your school, your alma mater, your group organization in the chat. Let us know where you are from. What part of the country you are watching from, so we may be able to show you some love and put your name up on the screen and let us know where you at today. Let me see what else we got. Hey, I also want to remind you real quick, if you are watching the show within the group, within the Facebook group, and let's say you put up your message and we don't see your name, it's because we need for you to make sure you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook to give us permission to be able to put your name up. She's like, you see like that name right there? Yeah. So if you see it says Facebook users, because you're watching it from the group page, in order to give us permission to put your name and picture, you got to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook so we can have permission to put your name and your picture up. Also, let me give a shout out real quick to all of our podcasters, like right there. See right there? So it says Facebook user, you're watching the show from the group. But shout out from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Alabama State University alum. I would love to know who you are. So you got to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Monique Robinson from Texas, Wilberforce University. What's going on, sis? How are you? Now listen, shout out real quick to all of our podcasters. Yes, to all of our podcasters. If you're catching this show on the replay, again, if you're listening to it on Google or Spotify or Anchor or Apple or some of those other podcasts, look, we're all over now. So shout out to all my podcast listeners. And let me shout out real quick to all my tardy to the party folks. Yeah. As long as you made it before February, as long as you make it before March 1st. As long as you listen to the show before March 1st, you still have time to support Virginia State University and LeMoyne-Owen College. Now, with that, I'm not going to hold you. We're going to take a quick pause for the calls. We got to go shout out some people real quick because, again, one of our supporters, you just saw her name real quick. Her name is Monique Robinson. She is from Texas. She's with a company called A Better Chance for Youth Futures. Actually, she's one of our program partners. She's able to provide us with some support to our program, and we just kind of left her show not too long ago. We just, we dabble in somebody else's podcast. We jumped in on her show. And we got to shout out Facebook with this poem called You So Black. In honor of Black History Month, they want to shout out to some some different African American groups in Facebook, and they actually shouted out the HBCU Alumni United group in that. So we're going to take a quick break, go check out A Better Chance for Futures and Why Are You So Black? And then we're going to talk about LeMoyne-Owen. I'm going to see if I can get a guest. I think I might be able to get a guest on here real quick. We'll be right back with the HBCU Alumni House Party right after this.
You so black. You so black. When you smile, the stars come out. You so black. When you born, the God come out. Black is night. Black is pyramids in mathematics. Black is melanized and magic. Black with privilege. Black with pride. Black on purpose, on the black hand side. Black and beautiful. Black and blessed and highly favored, ain't we black and blessed? Black and so much more. Black and nothing less. Black and educated. Black is brilliant. Black is strong. Black is resilient. Black is song. Black is infinite like hip-hop or space. Black is grace. Black is love. Black makes babies. Black babies grow up. Black is tough. Black is tough. Black is tough. Black is hard to do. Black is me. Black is you. Black is not something that we get to choose, but it is something that we get to cherish. It's something that we get to wear, and we get to rock this with honor. So yeah, I'm black like my granddaddy, and my great-great-great-grandmama. Black is that lift every voice and sing. Black is that letting your freedom ring and resound. Black is adjective, adverb, color, and noun. Baby, you so black. When you're born, the God comes out.
There we go. Hey! Welcome back to the show. Again, I'm Anthony Brown, the host of the HBCU Alumni House Party. Again, I told you, you so black. Listen, I'm still excited about the fact that Facebook engaged us to be a part of that promotional piece for Black History Month and all that, and to celebrate all of the finest things that we contribute to this world and to this society. So listen, now, I'm not going to hold you long. Like I said earlier, our first school we want to talk about today is LeMoyne-Owen College. Real quick, because as our guest is getting settled and getting in place, I want to tell you that LeMoyne-Owen College, or affectionately known as LOC, is a private, historically black college affiliated with the United Church of Christ and located in Memphis, Tennessee. It is the result of a merger in 1968 of historically black colleges and other schools established by Northern Protestant missions during and after the American Civil War. That's just a little bit, just wanted to share that with you. Now, let's see. Now, I do believe, there she is. I think she's there. Madam President, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am absolutely amazing. We have the president of the National Alumni Association of LeMoyne-Owen College, Miss Kristen Herring-Hurd, here with us today. So glad that you were able to log on. Like, I had to do that commercial break. Like,
yes.
She texted me like, where's the link?
I was looking and I was like, where is the link? Where am I supposed to have something?
Listen, so glad to be here and to be a part of the conversation. So listen, let's talk about LeMoyne-Owen real quick and just talk about all the great things that's happening down in Memphis and your experience at LC.
Okay. Where do you want me to start?
Well, first, what got you to LOC?
Well, let me say this. LeMoyne was not my first choice. I always wanted to go to a HBCU, but it was not my first choice. However, I got a full scholarship, and my parents were like, "You're going."
That's where you go.
I'm glad I went. I established all kind of relationships, friendships, long-lasting friendships. I pledged a sorority. It was just wonderful.
Okay. So what sorority?
Delta Sigma Theta.
Come on, you better represent.
The only sorority.
Listen, you better be out here representing Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Yes.
I'm not bad.
Spring 95.
So now, Madam President of the NAA, what does it mean for you to have to sit in this space and to be able to work with and connect with alumni from your institution?
It means a lot because, for one, in your mind, you're always a student. When you go back to your college, you go back into that role of where you had fun and, all those parties and teachers and all of those things. But when you move away or when you come back, you're still in that mindset. But in this position, I have to switch and say, okay, wait a minute. Is this the best? Is this going to work for our school? What is best for our school? What is best for our students? How do we get our students to grow? How do we get the college to move forward? Or, all those things come into play when you sit in a different seat.
Exactly. So now, let's talk about, I don't know if you can share with us, a little bit, besides, I read one or two little lines about LeMoyne-Owen, but, what else can you share with us? So for those who may be watching and have never heard of LeMoyne-Owen in Memphis, what can you share with them?
We are the only HBCU in Memphis. Most of the time when you hear of Black colleges in the state of Tennessee, you hear the bigger schools, primarily Tennessee State University. But we are a only private Black school in Memphis. It's a staple in the community. It's a staple. It's small. It's family oriented. We have a lot of programs, and the school is growing and changing, and it's doing great things.
Now, you all came into some money last fall.
Yes.
Up under Dr. Dean, the Dean,
Johnson Dean.
Yeah.
Yes.
You all that weed, but she was able to work her hand, and y'all got a nice little blessing.
Yes, we were awarded a $40 million grant. Well, not really a grant, but we were awarded $40 million that will be administered over the next 20 years. And we're also a recipient of a FedEx grant.
Oh.
FedEx also awarded the school $1 million.
Wow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have never been to Memphis, Tennessee, first of all, you got to go.
Yes.
Memphis is a beautiful city.
Yes.
It's a beautiful city, first of all. So you got to go. You got to go. If nothing else, you got to go for the blues.
Right.
And you got to go for the music.
Definitely that.
You got to go for the barbecue.
That's a must. It's a must.
I just remember some of the things that I went to. I mean, I did make it up to the campus. I did.
Well, good.
I did get I got some music in me, and I got some food in me.
Yes.
But yes, it's a beautiful campus. But if you've never seen LeMoyne-Owen College, let's take a quick moment and just take a quick gander of the college, the campus, and the surroundings right about now.
Okay.
Education is the most powerful weapon that you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela. The truth of these words is manifest in the transformed lives of the students and alumni of historic LeMoyne-Owen College. LeMoyne-Owen is the heart of the Soulsville, USA Renaissance community in Memphis, Tennessee. Surrounding its beautiful campus are the Stax Museum, the Stax Music Academy, elementary and charter schools, historic churches and businesses, and the stately Elmwood Cemetery. As the only historically Black college in Memphis, LeMoyne-Owen College has educated local and national leaders who, with their passion and presence, have made an indelible impact on their respective communities and touched countless lives. Consider Marion Barry, former mayor of Washington, D.C., Willie W. Harrington, Memphis's first African-American superintendent of Memphis City Schools and the first African-American elected mayor of Memphis, Dr. Benjamin Lawson Hooks, first African-American appointed to the Federal Communications Commission and former NAACP National Executive Director, Judge, and Minister, Lois DeBerry, former House Speaker pro tempore and one of the longest-serving members in the history of the Tennessee State House of Representatives, and G.E. Patterson, founding pastor, Temple of Deliverance, Bishop, Church of God in Christ. All history makers. All LeMoyne-Owen College magicians. This legacy was forged in faith and struggle, and the roots of the college run deep, all the way back to the American Civil War, to the year 1862, 1 year prior to the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation. The battle to abolish slavery was nearly won, and members of the American Missionary Association, in their wisdom and through their faith, knew education was the key to equality and the future of our young nation. So they set up a school at the Union Army's Camp Shiloh in Shiloh, Tennessee, where runaway slaves and freedmen learned to read and write. After the war, the school, now known as Lincoln Chapel, moved to Memphis, where it was burned to the ground, rebuilt, and later renamed LeMoyne Normal and Commercial School, after a generous gift was made by prominent Pennsylvania physician, Dr. Francis Julius LeMoyne. In 1934, the school moved to its current location on Walker Avenue and received its charter as a 4-year degree-granting institution. Later, LeMoyne College merged with Owen College to become LeMoyne-Owen College. Today, the LeMoyne-Owen stands as a beacon of hope in the South Memphis community and a college of choice for those students who desire the unique and transformative experience that only a historically black college can provide. Talented, diverse faculty challenge today's magicians in a rigorous course of study and liberal arts and the sciences, and mold them into leaders and professionals who go forth to shape the communities in which they live, work, and serve.
Wow.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
You know, come on. Y'all got some heavy hitters.
Y'all
said Patterson. I said, not Bishop.
Yes.
Come on, Bishop.
Yes. And you know what? It's funny because I would like to see that again because my parents graduated from LeMoyne. And I think my mother was on that picture.
Oh, shut your mouth. She said, my mom, you didn't even know.
No, I think my mother was in the last class. Well, let me go back. My mother was in the last class of LeMoyne. My father was at Owen College. And my mother was in the last graduating class of LeMoyne. Then it became LeMoyne-Owen College.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. But I think that was her picture and the little graduating, the cap and gown. I think that was her picture.
So you got to go back and watch that again.
I got to go back and watch it. Yes.
Listen, so Madam National Alumni Association President, why, as we are celebrating and talking about various HBCUs this week, as we do every Wednesday night, ladies and gentlemen, and every Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, you got to check us out on Tuesdays on our Clubhouse conversations, and then on our podcast throughout the rest of the week. But as our listeners or our viewers are watching this right now, tell us why our viewers or listeners should be supporting LeMoyne-Owen College.
I believe you should support LeMoyne-Owen College because it is that small, big isn't for everybody. Just because it's bigger does not mean that it's better. And we are a small jewel in South Memphis. And if you haven't heard about South Memphis, get to know South Memphis. We are a shining star in the heart of South Memphis. And all those things those big college fears, those things are kind of eliminated when you come to LeMoyne because there is that nurturing background. Not really holding your hand and coddling you, but those fears are easily overcome because you are able to create relationships with everyone across the campus. No matter if it's someone in the mailroom or if the lady who in the bookstore, anybody, you're able to create those relationships and they make themselves available to you to support you in any way that you can, that they can. They try to support.
Awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, LeMoyne-Owen College is one of our schools that we are lifting up this week. We have been dropping the link in the chat. So that way, for those of you watching, we've dropped information in our chat. So you can go back and find out more information about LeMoyne-Owen College. You can go to their website if you want to learn more information about their alumni association, as well as supporting LeMoyne-Owen College this week. This is one of the schools, every week we start the campaign no later than 12 o'clock noon on Monday, but it could be a little bit earlier in the day, and we go all the way to the following week, Monday, to 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So all money raised goes straight to the institution. It never touches the entity's hand. It doesn't go anyplace else. It goes straight from your credit card straight to the institution to support students getting to and through. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are at $95. So now last year we raised $455. Again, in a week's time, Whatever you raise is what we raise. Now, again, I don't expect the magicians to do this on their own. I am not expecting LeMoyne-Owen College alums to do this on their own because we believe that all HBCU alumni can support all HBCUs.
Correct.
I think that's simple enough. It doesn't matter where your funding source comes from. Yes, some of us are private, some of us are public. But at the end of the day, we all know that we all receive that same government designation called HBCU. We all got slapped with that label back in 1965 because our primary mission was to educate African Americans, but we couldn't exclude nobody. We had to be accredited by some association, and we had to be founded before 1965. So because we have this kindred definition of HBCU, we're all family. So could you spare $5 or $10 to LeMoyne-Owen this week? Can you maybe not go to Starbucks or McDonald's or Burger King or get the $5 pizza special? Maybe. I don't know. As we said last fall, we didn't go to homecoming. You didn't have to worry about parking or T-shirts or fish dinners or anything else.
Correct. Correct.
So right now, again, we are at $95. I'm going to refresh the screen. This is kind of like the old school telethon. Y'all see it. You can see your name pop up on the screen right now if you give like right now. Like if you give like right now, you might see your name pop up on the screen like right now. We can give you a shout out real quick. So we're still at $95. I'm still here at $95, y'all. Listen. So before we end the show tonight, we need to make this needle move. Now, we've taken a moment. We've educated you about this great institution and the result of the merger of where these schools came from, and talked about some of the influential alums who have crossed through these halls and the influence and the impact that they are offering to Memphis, the city of Memphis today. But you can make that dream go a little bit longer, like just right now. So, again, the link is right here on the screen. It's also in the chat. Just go click the link, drop that $5 or $10, whatever you want to. I'm not going to complain. I'm quite sure Kristen is not going to complain, not one bit. But we do want to try to raise at least more than $455. So our goal is $456, right? So we want to at least raise more than what we raised last year. So, and you can help us do that, not just tonight, but all the way up until next Monday. So March 1st. Matter of fact, let's see, wait a minute. I think we saw somebody's name pop up on the screen real quick. I don't know if you all saw it real quick because we had the banner in the way. So I'm going to refresh the screen and let's see where. See, now look at that. Thank you to whoever just gave us $5. Now we're at $100. How about that? We're at $100 already. So look here, Madam President, I'm not going to hold you. Thank you so very much for jumping in. If you can stay, please do, because usually what we do is after we've met with the two schools, I'll bring all the alumni back on so you can do one more final appeal, talk about alumni engagement one more time. That way, so in between the breaks, you can get on the phone and make a few phone calls and tell the folks like, look, I need my executive board members to watch the show and put 5 on it or put 10 on it. Call your alumni chapters, put it out there. Yeah, I know what we do when we go on a commercial break. So right after this break, we'll be back and we'll be talking to some alums, talking about hashtag Hail State from Virginia State University. Don't touch that dial, except unless you're hitting that share, you're hitting that like, and you're making your donation. We'll be right back right after this.
Damn.
Listen, you already know that the HBCU experience is like no other college experience. And as a matter of fact, it is an experience that you will remember for the rest of your life. Now, not only should you be able to remember the time, you should also be able to represent the memory with a life on the yard apparel. Now, these shirts allow you to bring a little bit of nostalgia back by allowing you to wear the memories of being on the yard, especially from some of those landmarks that no longer exist. This is my freshman dorm right here. Now, right now, you can represent those memories in your dorm life and support the HBCU Alumni Care Campaign with your purchase. It's really easy. Just go to www.lotyyapparel.com and search for your HBCU and dorm. Use the promo code HBCU Live, and $2 for each purchase will support the campaign. Now, if you don't see your school or your dorm, just drop your company a message. Use the Contact Us tab, and they will work on supporting your request. So what are you waiting for? Purchase a shirt, support the campaign, and represent those memories with Light on the Yard Apparel, your HBCU experience. And don't forget to use the promo code HBCU Live.
I don't think we're free in this country. For 100 years, you saw black people menaced and targeted and lynched and beaten and brutalized. I think we're burdened by this history. You are obligated to do something to address that, or you become part of the problem. More people have to be willing to do that uncomfortable, inconvenient thing that justice requires for things to get better. We don't have to fear fairness. We don't have to fear equality. We don't have to fear doing the right thing. Truth can inspire change. Learn more at EJI.org.
Hi. Can I get the now bar, please?
No problem. $1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hi, can I get a now bar, please?
$1.
Thanks.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, let me get a now bar.
Sure.
$1.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
How's it going? Can I get a now bar?
Hey, stop right there! Get down on the ground out here, Father! Get down! Hold on to your head! We got your back, the Catholic family. The family from the spot. From the CFAA or the CF. It don't matter where you're coming from, cause we are still family.
It don't matter where you come from, because at the end of the day, we still family. Hey, welcome back to the HBCU Alumni House Party. I'm Anthony Brown, your host for today. Again, it's always a pleasure to be here. Hey, if you want to be a program partner, you want to be a sponsor, you want to advertise on the show, leave me a message in the chat. Just leave a message in the chat that you want. If you got something that you maybe I can wear your shirt. You know, I wear a medium. I don't have a problem wearing your shirt. I'm an equal opportunity HBCU guy. So I will wear Virginia State with pride. I will wear, LeMoyne-Owen. I will wear Howard. I will get on the show and wear your shirt. Or if you got a company, you got some candles, you got something you want me to promote, holla at you, boy. I got you. All right, so typically I have this long intro, but today I want to make sure I just get to our three. We got three more guests coming on today from Virginia State University. I am so excited to have them here today. Again, this is one of these, the day was that kind of day for work, and it is what it is, but you're going to make it happen. So we're going to use Clark Atlanta's theme where they say find a way or make one. That's what we did today. So thank you, Clark Atlanta, for letting me borrow your slogan for today, because I put the call out probably about 7:30 p.m. I'm like, hey, I need some alums from Virginia State, like in the next hour. And they was like, and they came through and they rallied up the troops. So y'all show some love for Dr. Keyvette Peebles to the show. Dr. Tomisha Price Brock to the show. I want to say, is it Reverend Keith Granderson to the show? What's going on? Oh, there we go. Welcome to the HBCU Alumni House Party. How y'all doing?
Great.
Doing all right.
All right, come on, hashtag Hell State.
Yes.
I know that's right. Now listen, I am so thank you all real quick. And to Michael, your vice president of the National Alumni Association, for helping me. He's like, listen, call this. He like, shoot a message to this person. Shoot a message to this person. You know, just get it out there. So thank you to you all for just hearing the clarion call very quickly. And you came to represent your alma mater. So thank you. So let's go into this. I'm going to first start with Dr. Peebles, because you are not only an alum, but you are a faculty member. You work at the institution.
Yes.
So let's talk about that real quick. So what do you do at the school?
So I am the coordinator for student accessibility. So I work with students with disabilities to ensure that they receive their reasonable accommodations, if it's housing, if it's academic accommodations. And we just basically here for support. We do academic advising. We do various types of seminars. Like we do time management. I have a time management coming next week. We do organizational skills. We really do help students so that they are able to, we're able to retain them, but we're also able to graduate them as well.
You know, that is so important, because so often, because I work in a school system, and so often you have students who may have had a learning disability or have what we call an individualized education plan, or short, and they understand that this doesn't necessarily follow you to college, but a school, a college university will look at what you had and try to help support you in that transition.
Yes. Yeah, and what we do, we take the IEP, basically, we look at the accommodations, we turn it into a 504 plan, and we help students, we help put them in place. They're like the people in between the professors. Last year for 2020, we had 31 graduates. So I'm very proud of the work that we're doing. So
what have you all been doing? How have you all been able to manage in this whole pandemic coronavirus? How have you all been able to deal with this?
Well, majority of our classes are remote. We do have some face-to-face classes, and the university has done a lot with spacing out classes so they can ensure that the rooms are cleaned properly. Everything from our dining hall, no one can eat in the dining hall. Everything is, a lot of stuff is prepackaged. You really can't touch anything. They have to touch it for you and pass it to you. The rooms are one-person rooms. So it's a lot. We have a lot of PPE as far as our desks. We have shields, and we got the temperature check machines when you go into the building. So there are a lot of precautions that have been taking place to make sure that our students are safe, as well as faculty.
So I'm going to bring Keith into the conversation, because I know this is a much different experience that students have to live now compared to when you went to Virginia State University. So let's talk about real quick, what got you to Virginia State, Keith?
What got me to Virginia State is that I grew up right around the corner from Virginia State, literally. Virginia State was in my backyard. As a child, I would go to football games. I would go to probates. I would just go to homecoming. So, and I knew growing up that I've always said that I wanted to go to Virginia State University. And having a physical disability, that was kind of one of the best places to go, being that my family could have easier access to get to me if something had occurred or anything would have happened, that I could have been right there and they could have been right by me while attending Virginia State.
Oh, wow. Come on, man. You better speak about the program and the services and how they made that thing. So now, tell me real quick, before, give me a name of a professor. If you had to go back and if you could give flowers right now, if we could send some flowers to that one professor right now, who would it be and why?
If you could send flowers to one professor at Virginia State University and who it could be and why, it probably would be Dr. Shedrick McCall, who was a psychology professor at Virginia State University, who is a psychology professor at Virginia State University, for his leadership, for his mentorship, and just being a professor, not only having an open door policy, but being one that you could just sit down and have conversation with, and just to be around and just to hang out with and just have a good time, from a student to a professor relationship, and just to be able to just have that opportunity to be able to sit and talk with them on a personal and professional level.
Wow, that is awesome. I always believe in giving people that flower while they live. So I'm hoping that, certainly we can, this is going to be a virtual flower giving, because we're going to make sure he gets this video, or we can share this video back to him so he can be able to hear that testimony. Like, oh my God, that was so amazing. So now I'm going to bring on another alum to the show, and we're going to talk about now, Dr. Price Brock. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Now listen, so now I kind of went through, we talked about the current students, we talked about Keith's experience. Oh my gosh, tell me, for you, what was it like right before graduation? Let's talk about that senior year.
Well, senior year at Virginia State for me was very different than most students, because I was married, I had a child, and I was teaching full-time right before graduation.
Oh my gosh, let's talk about that.
Being a music education major, instead of getting my student teaching assignment, I went down to get a signature. And because Sussex County school system needed an elementary teacher at the time, they gave me a full-time teaching contract. So my senior year, I was, well removed. I lived across the street from the university at the time in College Park, but it was just, I was never on campus because I was always working, I was already in my profession. So my senior year pretty much was a blur because I was already in the profession. But I had a great experience at Virginia State while I was there, and a life-changing experience, one that has definitely, pushed me to where I am now in my career.
And I'm quite sure that those education classes prepared you for every level of experience, just to give you that textbook experience, but nothing like being in the classroom. But they give you all the background, the theory, and the practical applications, so you can know how to manage. Because like where everybody else, we're doing our student teaching in practicums, you was like, she's like, no, Anthony, I'm in class. I got to go to work. Like,
Indeed. It was literally that. I would leave, I was still taking a few music classes, getting ready for my recital, and I would leave and I would have to go right to work, or I have to work and come back and go to class. So it was a dual thing at that time.
Wow. Awesome sauce. Okay. Wow. Listen, you never know what we learn about these individuals when they come to tell their story. I mean, you all got some great stories. Now, for anyone who has never seen, or, like we always like to do, I can take a quick break to talk about, if you've never seen the campus, if you've never heard of Virginia State, I don't know why you haven't, but if you've never heard of Virginia State University, let's take a quick moment and let's go take a look at the campus real quick and learn more about this beautiful institution of higher learning.
Welcome to the land of Troy at Virginia State University. Virginia State University is located on 235 acres in Chesterfield County, Virginia. It overlooks the beautiful Appomattox River just outside the city of Petersburg, Virginia. Virginia State University was founded in 1882 by Delegate Alfred W. Harris, who dreamed of one day creating a place where all may go and drink from the fountain of knowledge until their ambition is satiated. In 2016, Dr. Makola M. Abdullah became the 14th president of Virginia State University.
Invest in the right programs to provide a quality return on investment for the nation.
A native of Chicago, he is considered the youngest African American to graduate with a PhD in engineering.
Thank you. Let's continue to move forward.
President Abdullah emphasizes several areas to sustain VSU as an 1890 land-grant university.
I'm here to become a computer systems analyst.
The areas of focus include providing a transformative experience for students,
I'm here to become a manufacturing engineer,
strategically investing in academic programs,
help me achieve my goal,
partnering with others as a university to tell the VSU story.
We transform lives.
embracing the university's land grant mission
since 1882,
and embracing Virginia State University's role as Virginia's Opportunity University.
I'm Malcolm Jamal Warner, asking you to secure your future at Virginia State University.
We have to learn the secret to our success. How are we able to outperform others?
If we contemplate our past to understand ourselves, there we will find how far we have come, how far we need to go, in what we have become, in what we will eventually be. If we search even deeper, consider all the elements that make up our human potential, there we will find an awe-inspiring discovery. Knowledge is to be sought, gained, embraced through education. And this education transforms everything. Ignorance becomes awareness. Awareness awakens possibilities. Through education, life unfolds, expands, takes shape. And through this self-revelation, we gradually appreciate a saying passed down from generation to generation, an adage whose meaning becomes apparent. And the saying is this, that when we combine a willingness to learn with the pursuit of knowledge, magic happens. I'm Angela Bassett, here to ask you to support Virginia State University, building a better world since 1882.
Well, there you have it. OMG. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful campus. I love the energy. I love the excitement. Now listen here. Whew. Look, I know we can go on for days. I know we could. But I told you I wasn't going to hold y'all long. It's already. So real quick, let's share with everyone, again, why Virginia State? Why, well, let's just talk about that real quick. Well, let people know why they should want to support Virginia State. I don't know who wants to go first. All right.
Honestly, it changes lives, just like the commercial said. If it had not been for Virginia State University, I would not have been afforded the opportunity to not only get a quality education in some of the finest facilities, but to learn more about my heritage. I had no idea that Virginia State University existed before I attended there, let alone that my grandmother attended that university and received a degree in physical education. So I learned more about myself. I learned more about family history while I was there. It was away from home, so I could, grow up and, learn to do things on my own, but it was close enough to home so that I could still be nurtured and have my family should I need something. I went to school at age 16. So of course, being close to home is very important in choosing that. But Virginia State never made me feel like I was 16. They took me in, and from the first day I stepped on campus, they started shaping and molding me for my future. So that's why it's very important to support Virginia State University and all HBCUs, because we all instill that in our students.
Awesome sauce. Keith, what about you, sir?
Why I say support Virginia State University. It's a place where, as Dr. Brock said, that'll help you and transform you and mold you into the man or woman that you need to be when you come in at 18 and leave at 21 or years later, depending on when you leave. But at the same time, it's a place that will give you the desires and help you understand and get into the right fields of work to do and have you prepared for when you go into the world and be able to sit at the table with those that look like us and with those that don't look like us, and to be able to say that I got a degree in education from Virginia State University.
Awesome sauce. I love it. Doc, what you got?
Okay, so for me, Virginia State, I know our motto is that we are a transformative institution, and we really are. We really do give students the transformative experience. There are a number of reasons to support Virginia State financially. Another reason, another reason I would say definitely because of the world-class education. We have a very strong school of education, which I happen to have come under. And so we, regardless of where we land in our professional careers, we are always among the top teachers, wherever we go, whatever division, county, city, we are doing the work. And the students that we're able to work with and to teach and to transform are students that are thought of by first generation at-risk students, non-traditional students who come from, sometimes they come from poverty, sometimes they may be homeless. And so what we do, we really support our students. We bring them up, we love them up, we give them supports, we give them services, academic support, we help with financial aid. I mean, it's not just you come to us and you're a number. We really do treat you are family once you come in, once you accept that Trojan challenge from the beginning of your acceptance letter. When you come in the doors, we are really loving and embracing you. And it's not only just, it's professors, it's all of our support services. It's our people from ACE when we're doing tutoring and they're doing academic advising, even when it comes to things like counseling, things like student conduct. We're not just trying to put students out, we're trying to definitely look at solutions and what we can do to support so that we can change behaviors, because we know how important that this degree and how life-changing this degree is. So again, support Virginia State. We are a great institution. We just want to be here to support. And students come in one way, they truly leave a different way. Yes. So they're able to soar.
Turn that fine. You better turn it around. Turn it around. So listen, right now, ladies and gentlemen, I see some people are making donations right now. We are currently we had a very modest goal for Virginia State because last year you had raised like $160 some odd dollars. So we've already surpassed last year's goal. So we've already increased your goal. So your goal, once y'all make your goal, then we keep increasing it. So right now you're at $185. So we raised more money than we raised last year in 2020, but we want to see how much more we can raise. Again, like I said earlier from LeMoyne-Owen, nothing ever goes to Anthony Brown or anything else. It goes straight from me to Virginia State. As a matter of fact, if you kind of scroll down on the page, you'll see more information about the campaign. So yeah, last year we raised $135. So we've already reached that. And if you want to look at last year's goal, you can see who gave and all that from last year. And then here you can see some of the update. Oh, hey, look at there. We're live. Right there. And then you can see this go straight to the institution, to their foundation to support the work and the growth of the institution. And so that is it. That is all. That's how we do this here. So whatever you can donate, we would greatly appreciate. So right now, I'm going to refresh the screen real quick, just in case somebody might have given. I may have missed it. Doesn't matter. I would love. See, now we had $190. Again, as much as we can get alums from Virginia State to support, we want other HBCU alums to support. Again, earlier this week, I think I had put a post asking alumni from Virginia State to represent and report to that particular post. They said, well, what are we reporting for? I said, because I need an alumni takeover. I want you all to be an alumni takeover. So throughout the week, I'm challenging both alums from Virginia State and from LeMoyne-Owen to take over the HBCU alumni group. Post all week long. Anything is happening, alumni information, if there's any articles, news, if anything that the college president is involved with, anything, some student highlights, share whatever information you can so people can learn more. Besides watching the show, they can learn more about what you all are sharing within the great. It's great to shout out your school and what year you graduated from, but also shout out some great things that's happening at your institution. Let other people know. So we're going to say that we are HBCU advocates. Let's make sure everyone has the resources and the information to share about all of these great institutions. Again, so we have dropped the link in the chat. We've also put the link right there on the screen. So you can go ahead and make your donation. Like I said, we're at $190. I'm going to refresh that screen again just to make sure nothing has changed. So we want to see how much we can make this needle move. So we want to make sure we can make this move. See, can we get this over $250 before we leave tonight? Before we log off tonight,
we can do it.
Can we get over $250?
We can do it
tonight. So before the show ends tonight. Now again, this goes until March 1st. So the campaign goes to next Monday, March 1st, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It doesn't matter what HBCU went to. We want you to give. We want you to support. So now, listen. Right after this break, I'm going to bring back Kristen, and we're going to have a quick check-in from all of our alums, talking one more time about alumni engagement. And you know how we always like to do, because I owe the one brother who I owe a brother from last week. I owe him some Krispy Kreme donuts, so don't let me forget that, Carly. But somebody today is going to win some Krispy Kreme donuts, because real quick, I'm going to tell you right now, y'all know how it is when y'all riding down the street. What do we look for Krispy Kremes?
That hot light.
Hot light.
There it go. There it go. The hot light is on. The hot light is on, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all know every time we put that hot light on, we're giving out some Krispy Kreme donuts. So we're going to go see who will win them donuts right after this.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Are you interested in attending an historically black college or university? Hello, my name is Robert Mason. I'm president and founder of the Common Black College Application. Our application allows students to apply to over 50 historically black colleges and universities at the same time for only $20. HBCU graduates have been some of the most renowned individuals in their respective fields since the late 1800s. In addition to that, our faculty and staff are truly committed to your success, and they have a vested interest in seeing that you do well. That, coupled with the academic rigor and the fact that you will establish lifelong relationships, are just some of the many benefits of your attending an historically black college or university. So if you're interested in completing the Common Black College app, visit our website at commonblackcollegeapp.com to apply now. Thank you, and get educated.
America, land of the free. It's at the core of who we are. Freedom. The freedom to live without fear, to drive through all 50 states, to sleep safely in our own beds, the freedom to jog where we please, to watch birds in the park, to wear a hoodie, the freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because no matter your religion, gender, disability, age, race, all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
HBCU is where to be. We can be, but we're family. From the SWAC or the MEAC, CAAA or the SEAC. HBCU is where to be. We can be, we still family. My HBCU better than yours. Hey! Welcome back to the HBCU Alumni House Party. I'm your host, Anthony Brown. I got Virginia State University and LeMoyne-Owen College in the house today. Okay.
All right.
Listen, that, y'all, if y'all haven't realized, that is like one of my favorite hits right there. That song right there just bumps. It does something to me every time, I swear.
Indeed.
I swear.
Shout out to the singer. I know him personally.
Oh, you know Mike?
Yeah, I used to recruit for him when I was the band director at Elizabeth City State.
Yes!
Yeah.
Listen, Mike was on the show a couple in December. I was like, Mike, I gotta play your song every time. He said, please do.
He's amazing.
I said, come on. I love it. So I hope to bring him back real soon. But listen, before we get up out of here, you all have shared some great information, some great testimony, some great information about your institution. Before we get up out of here, I need to go back real quick, and I want to be able to share with everyone where we are so far. You all been donating. Folks have been donating and giving and celebrating these two great institutions of higher learning right about now. So let's take a quick gander. I'm going to go back and share my screen and let you all know where we are so far. You know, this is just a preliminary right here. So far, Virginia State, you are now at $210. Congratulations so far.
Yes.
Yes. Come on. And LeMoyne-Owen College, you are now at $230.
Okay. All right.
I'm here for it. So we're going to keep moving that needle, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep moving that needle. We're going to keep sharing the link to our family, our friends, our colleagues, our co-workers, whoever you think they may want to be able to support. We want them all to support. But before we get up out of here, y'all know how we do this real quick. We like to play a quick game of, where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Like a quick game. A quick game of what? HB is called HBCU this or that. That's it. So now what happens in this game is this is how we play the game. So our audience actually helps us with the game. So all of our people who are watching us right now, again, I want you to hit the like, hit the share, and also make sure you invite somebody so they can watch this, so you can see if your alums or your school is going to be the victorious one. And somebody's going to win these hot donuts now. Yeah, somebody's going to get a link to a dozen donuts to stop at a Krispy Kreme's near you. Yeah, I don't need the donuts. This is all for y'all. All right, so how we play the game. If you've never watched the show before, how we play the game is we're going to put up a category on the screen, and we're going to allow the audience to choose what do you think that person is going to respond with. And now if we match, with if the popular vote matches, then that's a point for that school. Now here, we normally do 3 and 3 or 2 and 2, so Kristen, you all by yourself, so you can represent LOC.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we might have to get you in a couple different rounds so you can compete against each other. So now let's see. We're gonna go with Doc. We're gonna start with you first. Mm-hmm. All right. So here we go. Now, typically, I would do something like this. I'm just gonna give you an example. So this would be. You would have to choose between MEAC and the CIAA, and then the audience would have to choose which one you think you're going to choose. But I'm not even going to we're going to disqualify this one because we know Virginia State is all about the CIAA, and that's what's happening this week. So shout out to the CIAA for doing their virtual activities all week long, because typically that's what we would be. We would be somewhere celebrating, having a big party with a purpose.
Mm-hmm. Baltimore, Maryland.
So you don't get this one. Let's see. For you, we're going to go with. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think that Dr. Price Brock is going to choose Drumline or Stomp the Yard? So you don't answer yet, Doc. Don't you? You hold your breath. We're going to go to the chat real quick, and we're going to see what the folks in the chat say. I see somebody that says Drumline. Let's see what somebody else may say. Let's see if we got anybody else watching. Anybody else want to chime in and see? Right now, we got one vote for Drumline. Let's see. I'm looking to see if anybody else. Real quick, while we're doing it, somebody else said Drumline. I see two drum lines. Anybody else? Last chance, going once, going twice, going. Somebody gonna put the drum emoji. Somebody else said Drumline. All right. So, Doc, which one is it? The Drumline or Stomp the Yard?
Well, I was torn because I'm a band director, but I'm also a SG Row. But I chose Drumline.
All right. So you were part of this band when you were in school.
Yeah, I was. And I was part of the band when they first did the auditions around at each school, asking people to audition for the first movie.
Awesome. Okay, well, cool beans. All right. So now here we go. Now let's see. Let's go to the next one. Let's see. Let's see. Kristen, we're gonna see what we got for you. We're gonna say, do you think she's going to choose which fictitious university you think had the livest homecoming? Do you think it was Hillman College or Truth University? Do you think she's going to choose the livest fictional homecoming? Hillman College or Truth University? So let's go to the chat real quick. Let's see if anyone is going to choose what she's going to choose. Someone said Hillman. I see another Hillman. Okay. I see some of our regulars. Okay. Going once, going twice. All right. So, Kristen, what is it?
I'd have to say Hillman.
Why Hillman?
Well, growing up, that was the Black school on TV. Watching the Cosby Family. That is what got you your first introduction. If you didn't already know, that was your first introduction to the Black college.
And I say all the time, Whitley and Dwayne were my classmates. They were my classmates. Yes, they were.
Yeah.
All right, Keith. Wait. Okay, let me see. Let's go with Keith. Let's see. Keith, let's go with. Where do you all think he hung out the most? Do you think he hung out in the dormitory lobby or on the quad? Let's call that. So don't you answer just yet, Keith. We're gonna go to the chat real quick. Do you think he hung out in the dorm? Or do you think he hung out on the quad? Somebody saying he looked like he definitely hung out on the quad. That's from my good friend Carly. Let's see. Anybody else want to chime in? Somebody else said the quad. Going once, going twice, 3 times. What you got, Keith? Where did you hang out the most? The dormitory lobby or the quad?
The quad. I was always outside.
So you had to be outside. So what was so special about being on the quad for you, sir?
Man, I just love being outside on the yard, just being around the people.
He was checking the sites, y'all. Y'all better watch this brother right here. I can already tell. He looked like he was a character right there. All right, Dr. Peebles. You know what? I'm gonna go with this one with you because I heard you say it right before the show started. So don't you say a word, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think she's going with fried chicken Wednesday or fried fish on Friday? As soon as I heard you talk about it, I said I'm adding it as a category. You had no idea I was gonna go there.
I didn't.
So do you think that she went and got some of that fried chicken Wednesday today? Because I know y'all know about that fried chicken. I guarantee you every HBCU had a fried chicken Wednesday. And we had our notorious, famous fried fish on Friday. OMG. The chat real quick. Wait, somebody said real quick. I'm gonna go back to this comment real quick for my for Keith. They said it was sundress season for him for the quad. Without the people, they say fried chicken. I see fried chicken. I see a fish. I see a fish. I see 3 fried chickens. I see 2 fish. Going once, going twice. Doc, what you got?
Wednesday chicken.
Woo!
I had some today.
She said she had to have some of it today.
I had some today. Yes.
Hey, I love the fact you even talked about the fact the cafeteria staff is also exercising COVID-friendly space, and they're providing you all with with the meals and everything is being properly prepared and served in an environment that is safe for everybody.
Yes.
But it's nothing like that fried chicken Wednesday.
Nothing like fried chicken Wednesday.
It's so
Listen, if I was, I'll go back and say if I was still eating meat. Listen, because I'm kind of living that vegan lifestyle now, y'all. So unless they got a vegan chicken on the menu.
I saw some vegan stuff today, but yeah, they do have alternative choices. So, but
so it
like
looks like everybody got a point. So we're tied. So y'all know how we got to break the point, right? So y'all know how we got to break the point. Everybody got a point. So to break the point, this is how we do it. I go back to the chat, and the chat is going to help us determine which alum do they think can sing their alma mater.
Oh my gosh.
So this is for the donuts. For the donuts. Ladies and gentlemen, in the chat right now, you get to help us identify who do you think can sing their alma mater. Now, unlike some other folk on some previous shows, if y'all just want to go and make another donation to the campaign and help us raise some more money, I'll take that too. All right, so someone said Keith.
Nope.
Whoa. Someone said Dr. P.
That could be either one of us. No, I'm just joking. It's me.
They said let the Lord use you. Thank you.
Whoa.
There you go. Alvin is calling you out. He's like Keyvette, because he called you earlier like Key. Now you know better. He already said it. You know better. So, ladies and gentlemen, we didn't put the call out. It looks like Key, you might be the one singing the alma mater for the donuts. Or you can just go give them a donation. I'll take either or.
Did you say Keith?
No, I said Key.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I cannot sing.
We always go to our music teachers for the other Dr. P, who is the music teacher.
I can sing a little bit of, I mean, for the cause, but but she is the music person.
Wow.
But I try. I sing.
Go ahead, try it, Keyvette.
Oh God.
I'll support you. I do know the alma mater, but I'll support Dr. Peebles.
Oh Lord. I better know I teach freshman studies too. Okay.
And you had to learn that in freshman studies and freshman seminar. We had to learn that. That was a requirement.
I know. Okay.
And I'm gonna call you out on Facebook if you don't get this.
No. I think a little bit.
Oh yeah, we're gonna share this video to everybody. We're gonna make sure this video goes in all the alumni chats after the show. Yep. Here we go. It's all on you. I'm gonna actually give you the spotlight.
Oh my God. Oh, the warm, mellow sunlight is shining, and the trees like tossing to no stand. They are guarding our dear alma mater, the pride of Virginia's land. That's it.
Keep going.
Don't pick it up. Go on and pick it up for her.
I'm in a different key. Let's see.
Okay.
Hail State, hail State, hail, hail, hail. We're loyal sons and daughters, true to orange and blue. Our hearts beat warm with love for thee, though near or far from thee we be. Virginia State, Virginia State. Hail, hail, hail. That was too high for me, but okay.
We did it!
Yes, indeed.
You know what? We're going to get them both donuts, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
We're going to make sure we send both of y'all. It'll be I'll send it via email. It'll be an electronic gift certificate you can take, and you can be able to go to any Krispy Kreme donut of your choosing. So before we get up out of here, one last time, if you want to say anything to any of our alumni watching, if you want to say one more appeal about the campaign, you want to give a shout out to any of your alumni chapters or anyone of that nature, this is your time to do that. So I'm gonna reduce this key. I'm gonna go with you first. If you want to give a shout out, this is your chance.
I just want to give a shout out to the 14th president of the Virginia State University, Dr. Makola Abdullah, and to his administrative team that we have at Virginia State. But if those out there, alumni, students, faculty, community, support Virginia State University. Hail State.
Awesome. Dr. Brock.
Hi, I'd like to give a shout out to the Virginia State University March and Trojan Explosion, but I would like to give a shout out to all HBCUs, and I challenge everyone to donate to an HBCU, not just yours, but all of them. And I'm going to make a personal effort to donate to every HBCU this year.
Oh, come on. Just follow the HBCU Cares campaign. I got you every week. We got 2 schools a week. We doing something. What you got, Kristen?
I'd like to give a shout out to the LeMoyne-Owen College faculty, staff, students, and to our newly selected president, Dr. Vernell Bennett Fairs. We're looking forward to great things that she's going to do and just great things from the college itself. I, too, am going to make a commitment to support all HBCUs and not just the ones in my area, Tennessee, Mississippi, North Carolina. I have 2 nieces at North Carolina A&T, so I'm HBCU proud.
Awesome, I appreciate it. And Dr. Peebles, thank you. What you got?
So definitely want to give a shout out to the Virginia State University as well as all the HBCUs. I'm for some reason tell them we are rising is still in my head. Our work is not done yet. We are going to continue to be a force, in educating all, but definitely our African American students. Want to give a shout out to the VSU National Alumni Association, our president and vice president, Mike Rainey. All the wonderful things that we do continue to do despite COVID. We're still doing things to welcome our students, making sure that they feel welcome in this different new environment. Shout out, of course, the Trojan Explosion Band, as well as our band Alumni Association. This is our 2nd year, and we really have a lot of momentum to do some great things. Again, I am definitely in support of supporting other HBCUs. I think if we don't want our fate to be like a St. Paul's or something. That school's right. I mean, literally, I guess was it an hour of Virginia State, and we missed that camaraderie. So we don't want other schools to fall to their fate. So again, that's going to happen if we take care of ourselves, and we have to lead the charge to let people know that we're serious about what we are, what we want to, what we're trying to do, but just transform lives. So.
Awesome. I do want to share a quick story before we get up out of here. It's like, actually, I got a message from a St. Paul alum, because he was like, Anthony, I'm in this Facebook group, and all y'all want to talk about is who wants to put what on their grits. And I was wondering, why was he so upset in his feelings? Because when I found out he went to St. Paul's College, I was like, oh, St. Paul doesn't exist anymore. So he said there's much more we could be doing to support our HBCUs besides talking about who puts sugar or butter on their grits.
Right.
And from there, this campaign was created because of that. And I couldn't tell you who that guy was right now. I don't even know who he was. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a great show today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing to all of our replayers, our Charge You the Party folks, all of our podcasters, all of those who called it on a different day. If you're catching the show before March 1st, you still have time to give a donation. You can, if you didn't see the links in the chat, you can also see the links in the description of the show, whether on YouTube or Facebook or on your favorite podcast station. You can see the description and you can see the links right there. We hope you can come back each and every week. Matter of fact, real quick, let me tell you the schools that we're going to be raising money for the month of March. I don't know why I had to sing that note, but I had to sing it. So for the month of March, here we go. Harris State Stowe University, and Lincoln University of Missouri starts Monday, March 1st. Then on March 8th, Central State University and Langston University. March 15th, Benedict College and Morgan State University. March 22nd, Norfolk State University and the University of the District of Columbia. And March 29th is Bowie State University and Coppin State University. Hey, before we get up out of here, you know I got this new thing in our last segment we call, it's our segment we call the Inspire Me segment. So take a quick moment so we can just provide you with a little moment of encouragement in 60 seconds. Hey everyone, here's another Inspire Me moment in 60 seconds. And today's thought is, the only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. For a long time, I was guilty of challenging my students and even my son to be not like me, but be better than me. Then it came to me that this was an unrealistic and quite possibly daunting task. Not that I'm all that, but the perceived expectation one has of me may prove to be unsuccessful. And it's not about me, it's about you. So the best thing to do is for you to be a better you and no one else. Hey, that's all I got for you today. Be sure to like and share this message and go out and make today absolutely amazing. As always, thank you for doing all the social media things such as like, comment, follow, subscribe, and share this message on all your media platforms. Even more, hit the bell notification so you never miss a video or an upload. So again, don't be like me. Be a better you tomorrow and the next day, another better you. Hey, as always, it's been fun, but we got to run. I thank you again to all of our guests who came on today. Remember, shoot for the moon. If you miss, you will always be amongst the stars. Know that you are a masterpiece. Why? Because you are a piece of the master. We will see you next week, same time, same channel, and we'll be raising some more money for some more HBCUs. Until then, need y'all to give to LeMoyne-Owen and to Virginia State. Why? I'm going to just let them, because right now for them, this week, their HBCU is better than yours this week.
HBCU, stand up. Like Granderson. Hey, go. My HBCU better than yours. 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 Where you from? From the north. Where you from? From the south. Where you from? From the east. Where you from? From the west. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. Either from the sweat or the MEAC. Come on. The CIAA or the CIAC. HBCU is where the beat we compete, but we're family. Either from the swag, from the MEAC, CIAA or the CIAC. HBCU is where to be. We compete, but we're still family. My HBCU better than yours. 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 Where you from? From the north. Where you from? From the south. Where you from? From the east. Where you from? My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better. You can be from the SWAC, from the MEAC, the CIAA, or the CIAC. At the end of the day, we got your back because we're family. We're family, family. From the SWAC, from the MEAC, the CIAA, or the CIAC. It don't matter where you're coming from, because we are still family. My HBCU better than yours. 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 Where you from? From the north. Where you from? From the south. Where you from? From the east. Where you from?